everyone, Suzanne here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. A few people have been asking to see my new gaming setup. So I thought it would be cool to show you the improvements that I've made to my gaming setup over the past few months. And then at the end to also have a little bit of a chat and an update. So first of all, I do just want to say that I absolutely do not have the best gaming setup ever, but I have made all the improvements that I could afford to make, and I am so happy with how my gaming setup looks like now. So without further yapping, I'm just going to show you my gaming setup. It's a significant improvement on what I had before. I'll try my best to show you as much of it as possible. This is just a really small room, so it's kind of difficult to film it. So here is where my camera usually is on the tripod, and I still have my broken ring light. I haven't gotten a new one yet, but you know what? It works fine, so it's good for the moment. This tripod is also where I'm going to be putting my webcam to try streaming really soon, so I'm really excited about that. So there's a massive floor to ceiling window all along this wall here. This curtain just kind of blocks it off and blocks out most of the sound. And down here we have the wonderful gaming PC. There is kind of wires everywhere, so it's not a very aesthetic gaming setup, but it's what works for us for the moment. Okay, so I'll bring you around in here and show you inside. So I still have my old IKEA squeaky chair. You can probably hear it squeaking in a lot of my videos. I do want to get a new one, but I just can't afford it right now. So this desk is the most amazing addition to the gaming setup. If you compare it to what I had before, it's a significant improvement. There is just so much space. So of course I have my Blue Yeti microphone on its arm. I have my little YouTube plaques that my partner got me, they're so cute. I have a mirror here to check my hair and makeup before I start filming, but it still always manages to be a complete mess. Then I have my second monitor here, which is so handy. I can check the audio recording and all those kind of things while I'm playing. It's so handy to have. And of course I have some Tomb Raider stuff there. And then this is the main monitor and what my kind of recording setup looks like from this side. Please ignore all the mess to the right hand side. We still haven't finished completely unpacking yet. And then this is my keyboard and mouse. They light up, they're really pretty, I love them. I do want to get a Tomb Raider mouse mat at some stage, but for now we have a little cat, which is quite cute. And then these are just my little blue Sony headphones. These ones are really good, really comfortable. I would definitely recommend these if anyone's looking for good gaming headphones, or earphones I should say. And this is my new webcam that I've just gotten for hopefully streaming. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this out and see if we can do some streaming. I'm quite nervous about it, but also really excited. So yeah, that's my extremely simple gaming setup. I know it probably looks super simple to a lot of people, but to me, this is the fanciest, most amazing gaming setup that I've ever had. So that's basically the entire setup. I do want to make some additions to it over the next couple of years and make some improvements. But for the moment, I kind of have everything that I need to make my videos, and I'm really happy with that. So yeah, that's the new gaming setup. Do let me know what you think down below. So now I just wanted to spend some time giving you a little bit of an update on what's been going on with me, and also answer some of your questions. Some people sent me a few questions. Okay, so the first question that I've been getting a lot recently is, when is my fiance going to appear on the channel? So first of all, thank you all so much for being firstly so appreciative of my fiance. My fiance is quite shy. He's not used to being on camera and doesn't really like it all that much, but we have discussed it, and I'm not sure when. I told him whenever he feels ready and comfortable. I'm not going to force him to go on camera if he doesn't feel comfortable, but whenever he does feel comfortable, we have discussed maybe playing Tomb Raider, The Guardian of Light together, because I do believe you can do multiplayer with that game. So that could be really, really fun to play that game with my fiance on the channel, and I'm happy to wait until whenever he's comfortable with that. So someone else asked me, do I want to expand my Tomb Raider collection anytime soon? I would love to expand my Tomb Raider collection, but unfortunately I can't afford to right now. As most of you know, we just bought our first apartment. We're having our wedding next year, which is also unbelievably expensive. We are having a tiny wedding, like tiny, and it still costs a fortune. For the moment, finances are tight, so I definitely won't be buying any Tomb Raider merch for the foreseeable future, but hopefully after the wedding I can start adding to my collection again. And someone else did ask, what is the last book that I read? Which I thought was a really cool question. So this is the book that I'm reading at the moment. I think it's focusing there, I hope so. So it's called The Year of Less by, now as an Irish person I would pronounce that Koch Flanders, but I actually think she is Canadian, I think. And I actually think it's Kate Flanders, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's basically about this girl who decided to simplify her whole life by not only giving up buying things like clothes and makeup and stuff. She also decluttered a lot of her stuff and gave it away, and she also gave up things out of her life like partying and drinking alcohol and stuff like that. And that's kind of something similar that I've been doing myself over the past couple of years. Like, I have sold and given away so much of my stuff over the last couple of years, and I really try to be more conscious about what I'm buying, what I'm spending. I also actually gave up drinking alcohol this year, so yeah, I just find a lot of similarities with this woman, and yeah, the book is just really interesting and really inspiring to show that you can find happiness in a simpler life. And then I had a few different questions just around the topic of kind of what's been happening, what's been going on in my life recently. So if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you'll probably know that I haven't had the best year. It's nothing so bad, nothing so crazy, but it's just been a lot of little things kind of all building up. So in June last year, we went sale agreed on our apartment. Then there was a bunch of issues and delays with actually the sale going through for the apartment. In Ireland, it's a really bad system. Until both parties have signed the paperwork right at the very end of the process, the sale can fall through at any point. Anyone can change their mind for no reason at all. So we were in this kind of limbo state thinking, did we get the apartment? Did we not get the apartment? Up until the end of October. So from June to the end of October, we were sale agreed on this apartment. The sellers were not signing the papers that they needed to sign. And we were constantly thinking, we're not going to get the apartment, we're going to lose the apartment. So that was very, very stressful. And at the same time, we had been evicted from the apartment that we were renting. So we had been told that we needed to leave that apartment by January. It was a lot of stress. And then when we finally got this apartment, we had to move in so quickly and carry all of our stuff across the road by ourselves. It was fine, but it was also a little bit stressful. But then unfortunately, the day we got our keys for this apartment, one of my fiance's family members was diagnosed with cancer. So that was of course very upsetting. So we basically moved all our stuff in here and booked the first flights that we could get to Norway to see this family member, and we're so glad that we did, because unfortunately they then passed away at Christmas. So then in January we flew back to Norway for the funeral, and that was obviously very sad, very upsetting. And that was around the time that I was finishing off Tomb Raider 4. So when I got to the part where Lara died, I mean, it always upsets me and makes me cry anyway, but I was just extra emotional doing that one at that point. Then when we were in Norway, on the day of the funeral, my partner found out that he was being let go from his job. Nothing to do with him or his work. He worked in the IT sector, and as you probably know, around that time, so many people working in, computers and IT all lost their jobs. Google and Facebook were letting loads of people go as well. All the companies were just letting people go at that point, which of course is really upsetting. So it was basically just that the department he was working in was being shut down. So everyone lost their job. So that was a nice piece of news to find out on an already upsetting day. But don't worry, after a couple of months of searching, my partner now has a new job, and it's actually a better job than he had before. So it did all work out in the end. It was just an added stress, especially when you've just moved into a new apartment. You've just taken on a mortgage for the first time, which is super scary. So while all that was happening, I decided it would be fun to play Hogwarts Legacy. Boy, that was a mistake. I'm not going to get into the whole Hogwarts Legacy thing again. You guys know what happened with that. I felt awful and guilty and terrible that I had upset people and everything. So it was a whole thing. That was a lot to deal with. And then in around April, a pipe burst in our bathroom. And at that point, my health got really bad. Again, I don't want to go into detail about my health and what I've been going through there, because that's just something that I would prefer to keep private. It's nothing serious. I'm absolutely fine, but I just went through a lot of doctor appointments and tests again and stuff, and I'm kind of on the road now to recovery. I'm starting to feel a lot better, apart from the recent dehydration and pulling a muscle in my back. Apart from those, I feel great. Health is on the up, improving. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on recently. As I said, it's nothing terrible, nothing the end of the world. It's just one thing after the other, all those things just kind of building up to feeling like a lot of stress. But things are calming down now. Everything, touch wood, everything seems to be relaxing a little bit. I'm good, my partner's good, we're all good. So I'm going on a little trip next week to a city in Ireland called Kilkenny. We are going down there to visit some friends, and I thought I might make a little vlog of that trip just to show some of you guys what I'm up to, and also just to show you a little bit of Ireland as well. So do let me know if you would be interested in seeing a kind of vlog like that. And I wanted to do some more trips around Ireland. We can't afford to go on like a holiday abroad this year, so we were thinking of just doing some little trips around Ireland. So do let me know if you'd be interested in seeing some kind of vlogs about those. I'm trying to get out a little bit more, touch some grass and actually do some things, and I think it will be fun to make some vlogs about it, so do let me know if you'd be interested in that. So there are all the updates that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for all the support and all the patience you've shown me. The last year has been a lot, but honestly the YouTube channel has just made it so much better. It makes me so happy to be able to come on here and play games with you all and just forget about all that stuff that's been happening. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you really soon in another video.